It's hard to connect the worlds of teens, families and school. And perhaps, I think if teachers first of all have this ambition in mind, this is already a good achievement. And then I would say the number one thing is to begin with what is interesting to the young people. What are their preferences for social media or their sources of news or their interests in music, rather than beginning with the music or the social media that the teachers know. I see teachers in classrooms often use examples from their own experience, not from the young people's. And then really to design tasks which allow young people to fit their different interests in and to develop those. And then ideally that they have something at the end of the class or the end of the month perhaps that they can take home and discuss with their parents. Maybe parents can add their perspective, maybe there can be an additional task, and then back to the school. So the interests connect and also the flow of. I think it's really productive and rewarding for young people if we can build connections between the home, their interests with their friends and what happens in the classroom. And I might suggest two ways of doing this. One, that the content of the media being discussed should start with the young people and be their preferred news or social media or music interests rather than those of the teachers. It's a challenge for teachers to become familiar with young people's media, but this is important. And second, perhaps, is to design tasks which move across the sites. It might begin in the classroom, it might go out to the home and the young people complete something at home. Perhaps the parents can have an input and then it comes back to the class so that the different perspectives and interests are connected. In my experience, young people are already having a conversation amongst themselves about many aspects of social media. They are already interested in fake news, they're interested in different kinds of risk, they're interested in the latest platforms. So if teachers can find the conversation going on and harness that for their activities and their education purpose, I think this is really the best way to do it. I think there are lots of things that we want media research and media education to do, but perhaps one problem facing us is that people have many good ideas and we don't very often evaluate them. So we don't know really which ideas work and which ideas help children and young people learn the best. So my priority would be to have more evaluations before and after studies of the kinds of different lesson plans, different ideas we introduce within the classroom. I think everybody hopes for a classroom where children want to come to school, where you feel the buzz of learning and the excitement. I think one thing I've been thinking recently is that the school could become a model for many of the practices we want to see in the outside world. The school could itself use media really critically and thoughtfully. The school itself could be a place that rewards and evaluates and values children's creativity. The school itself could be an institution which treats their data ethically. If we made the school the good practice, I think then the children would both enjoy school and they would learn what the good practices could be for the wider world.